So I have never even attempted to speedrun a game. But while I was getting sucked into the YouTube rabbit hole, as one does, I saw some folks speedrunning Super Mario Odyssey. I thought to myself, hey, I like that game. The movement's fun. Then I got to thinking, maybe this game wouldn't be that hard to speedrun. So I set forth for myself a challenge. I had 1 week to learn how to speedrun this game. My goal time? Under 2 hours. According to speedrun.com, the current world record for Super Mario Odyssey is 55 minutes and 59 seconds. So I felt like an entire hour off of the world record was somewhat achievable. I got on the game for the first time in 3 years, and I decided to follow a Google Doc with the different routes for each kingdom to see where I might be time-wise with only the knowledge of what I'd seen other speedrunners do in videos. I called this Day Zero. Basically, I started streaming and I played through the game using only the limited speedrunning knowledge I had prior to starting the challenge. And I timed the whole thing to give myself a baseline that I could compare my progress against. I may or may not have gotten a little bit distracted trying some techniques I knew I had absolutely no place trying. But I actually managed to get a few of them after wasting lots of precious time. I was able to finish the game in one sitting with a final time of 3 hours, 17 minutes, 27 seconds. Not terrible for pretty much no practice, but it's a time that leaves plenty of room for improvement. Today, I studied Smallant's beginner speedrun route, and I gotta say, it really doesn't look that bad. Most of the jumps seem really straightforward.
And if I can get my rolling down and my speed up and memorize the moon locations,
I think I can actually do it. Let's give it a shot. Okay, we can get that. We were just a little too close. Right here. Here, we need to hit this pattern section. Where's my third bounce? Where's my third bounce? Oh? Excuse me? I just don't get a third bounce. It's fine. Yeah, you know, everybody else gets a third bounce. Not me. It's fine. This way. No! Now if I stand here. Why didn't he cat bounce? Okay. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Brown. What is happening? Yeah, let's just dive in the lava, Mario. Bounce on the cap, Mario. Okay, this is a lot harder than I first thought, but believe it or not, I did actually manage to get a few of the jumps I was trying. You hit right on this pattern. Oh, let's go! Okay, easy. Okay, yeah, that's all we need. We just need the timing for like the roll and everything too. Now we just gotta. Okay, we got it. Let's go. That was so easy. First try. We did it. Let's go. Let's go. Day 2 was pretty similar to day 1. I started the day out with a casual run through of the game and a time of 2 hours and 17 minutes. We're getting close to the goal already. Afterwards, I practiced a few jumps, then decided to try to put it all together for a genuine attempt. I spent a long time focusing on consistency, which meant redoing Cap and Cascade Kingdoms 8 or 9 times. But eventually, we had a pretty good start. Yes. Yes. Oh. No. Whatever. There was definitely a lot of waste in this run, but I kept going. I had to finish it now. Luncheon Kingdom is where I killed the most time. I should have just skipped this jump, but I took the opportunity to practice it and gain some more consistency. In Bowser's Kingdom, I really struggled against Topper for some reason, but absolutely cheesed Harriet. Now it was time for the fight that continues to be the bane of my existence. The mech. I had practiced the beginner strat of using a bird for the first bubble and then staying on top for the rest of the fight. Was I good at it? Absolutely not. But something was different today. I was going to do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm using the bird. This fight sucks. It wasn't until I got to the escape sequence that I checked the time and realized that even with all the time I wasted, I was about to finish with a sub 2-hour run. That may not seem insane given it's double the world record, but it's what I set as the goal for this challenge. It was enough to get me onto the leaderboard, and not the very bottom, might I add. My final time was 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 5 seconds. Now, a sane person might say, all right, guys, we did it. That's a wrap. But not me. I was excited for hitting the goal, but all I could think about was how much time I'd wasted. If I can just tighten my consistency and waste less time, I think it would even be possible to hit a sub 145. Or, dare I say, sub 130 time. These aren't crazy goals, but for a guy who just started speedrunning this week, not bad at all. After making such good progress, on day 2, I regret to inform that I didn't have a whole lot of time to practice on days 3 and 4. Now I could say something smart sounding like, rest is really important for cementing practical knowledge and application in your mind. But honestly, I just got busy and wasn't able to make any progress. Don't worry though, I made up for it on Okay, whichever moron said that rest is important for cementing knowledge and whatever, he was dead wrong. Sure, rest is important, but man was I rusty today. I had time for one full run, and it felt so slow. I was missing jumps left and right, and literally died during the mech fight in Bowser's Kingdom. I may or may not have raged a bit at that, and accidentally killed the recording. However, even with the terrible run, I was able to hit a 1 hour and 48 minute time, which is progress in my book. Day 6, the final practice day. And did I practice? Oh, yes. Did I remember to record it? Absolutely not. Instead of doing a full run, I decided to use my time to mainly practice some jumps that I'd been consistently messing up. I was able to get most of them on the second or third try, but I really wanted to get to a point where I could consistently do them on the first try. Unfortunately, less than a week isn't really enough time to get that consistent, but I think the time spent practicing will really pay off down the road. I made it to luncheon at about 1 hour 7 minutes, which was really encouraging for seeing a sub 145 run tomorrow. I just have to lock in and stop messing up. The final day. All my practice and training has led me to this point. Can I really shave off an hour and a half from my original 3 hours and 17? There's only one way to find out. Let's get it. Time. It's a good time for me, but it's so frustrating because it could have been so much faster if I hadn't died there. Well, we got sub 145, and I said I'd be satisfied with that at the beginning of the stream, but I know we can do better. Editor, cue the music. We're going to blow this time wide open. We blew 145 out of the water. I have a feeling we could have achieved sub 130 if we had a bit more time, but shaving almost an hour and 45 minutes off the time I started with felt incredible. I started as just a wee little baby speedrunning for the first time and ended up improving astronomically. Almost a 53% improvement from the start. Not bad for a week. Now there's really only one thing left to do. And just like that, I'm now an official speedrunner. World record holder? No, not even close. But not bad for a beginner who just wanted to try it out, if I do say so myself. And hey, if I can do this, I guarantee you can too. If you've ever even considered trying, I say why not? Go for it. It's really easy to start getting huge progress when you first start out, and it's really satisfying to watch that progress grow. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here and taking the time to watch my video. I worked really hard on it, and if you liked it, consider dropping a like and maybe even subscribing if you feel like it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace out.